Hello again. Arsenal have officially arrived in Leeds as preparations step up for their next crucial Premier League clash against Leeds United. The Gunners touch down with a clear sense of focus and determination, knowing that there is no room for complacency at Elland Road, one of the most intense and unforgiving venues in English football. The squad was seen arriving together, calm but locked in, as Mikel Arteta and his staff aim to keep momentum building at this decisive stage of the season. There was a strong mix of experience and youth in the travelling party, highlighting Arteta's trust in his depth, as Arsenal continue to compete on multiple fronts. Spirits appeared high despite the demanding schedule, with players aware that consistency is key if Arsenal are to maintain their push near the top of the table. The atmosphere around the camp suggests a group fully switched on, understanding the physical and mental challenge that Leeds United will bring. Speaking ahead of the match, manager Mikel Arteta provided an update on the latest team news, offering both encouragement and caution. Arteta confirmed that several key players have come through recent training sessions well and are available for selection, boosting Arsenal's options ahead of the weekend. However, he also admitted that a few squad members are still being closely monitored following minor knocks, with final decisions set to be made closer to kick-off. Arteta stressed the importance of managing minutes carefully, especially with the intensity of recent fixtures, but made it clear that Arsenal will field a strong and competitive side. He praised the attitude of the group in training, highlighting the sharpness, energy and hunger shown by his players as they prepare to face a Leeds side known for their relentless pressing and aggressive style. The Arsenal boss also warned that Leeds United at home is never an easy task. He emphasised the need for control, discipline and efficiency in both boxes, urging his players to stay composed under pressure and take their chances when they come. According to Arteta, the focus has been on quick transitions, defensive concentration and maintaining the team's attacking identity regardless of the hostile atmosphere. As matchday approaches, Arsenal's arrival in Leeds sends a clear message: the Gunners are here to compete, to fight, and to push forward with belief. With key players returning, confidence growing, and Arteta's tactical plan taking shape, all eyes now turn to Elland Road as Arsenal look to deliver another statement performance. Meanwhile, Arsenal training news ahead of Leeds United clash at Elland Road, no time to lose. Arsenal have wasted no time getting back to work following their important UEFA Champions League victory over FC HAVERT. With momentum firmly on their side, attention has now quickly shifted to a demanding Premier League test against Leeds United at Elland Road. The training ground at London Colney has been buzzing with intensity, focus and purpose, as Mikel Arteta prepares his squad for another high-pressure challenge. Fresh from their European success, the mood in training has been sharp and businesslike. Arteta has made it clear that there is no room for complacency, especially with a notoriously tough away fixture looming. Elland Road is known for its hostile atmosphere, and Arsenal are fully aware that Leeds will look to press aggressively and make life difficult from the first whistle. Training sessions have focused heavily on recovery, tactical discipline and quick transitions. After the physical demands of the Champions League clash, the coaching staff have carefully managed player workloads while maintaining intensity. Short, sharp drills, pressing patterns, and defensive organisation have all been key areas of focus as Arsenal look to stay compact and ruthless away from home. Mikel Arteta has also been using the sessions to reinforce the importance of consistency. He wants his side to carry the confidence from Europe straight into domestic action, turning good performances into winning habits. The message from the manager is clear: there is no time to lose if Arsenal are to keep pace at the top of the table. Latest team news from Mikel Arteta. Speaking after training, Arteta provided an update on his squad ahead of the Leeds trip. The Arsenal boss confirmed that the majority of players who featured against FC HAVERT have come through the match in good condition, which is a major boost given the quick turnaround. Arteta also hinted that one or two players are being closely monitored due to minor fitness concerns, but remained optimistic about their availability. He stressed that squad rotation could play a role, especially with a packed schedule ahead, but insisted that any changes will be made without weakening the team's competitive edge. The manager praised the mentality within the squad, highlighting the hunger and togetherness shown in recent sessions. According to Arteta, the players understand the demands of the Premier League and are fully focused on delivering a strong performance at Elland Road. As Arsenal prepare, meanwhile, Arsenal's summer transfer plans are already beginning to take shape, and two exciting names are now firmly on the club's radar as Mikel Arteta looks to strengthen both the present and the future. One of the headline links involves Julian Alvarez. Arsenal are reportedly exploring a potential move for the Atletico Madrid striker, with Arteta understood to be a huge admirer of the Argentine's versatility, work rate, and elite finishing. Alvarez has continued to grow in stature since his move to Spain, and Atletico are fully aware of his value. Any deal, however, would not come cheap, with the Madrid club expected to demand a fee in excess of £86 million, €100 million plus, making this a major statement signing should Arsenal decide to push forward. Meanwhile, after a slow start, the January transfer window has suddenly burst into life, and Arsenal are once again at the centre of the headlines. From a search for a new Pedri to defensive talks and growing competition from rivals, let's break it all down, with prices included. Let's start with the eye-catching headline. Arsenal are reportedly looking for a new Pedri. This doesn't mean the Barcelona star himself, but a young, elite-level midfielder with similar technical quality, intelligence, and ability to control games. Players in this profile do not come cheap. Clubs across Europe value this type of talent highly, and Arsenal would likely be looking at a price range between £60 million and £90 million, depending on age, contract length, and experience. Mikel Arteta wants creativity and control in midfield, especially for the long term, but any deal of this magnitude may be more realistic in the summer window rather than January. Next, Arsenal have been linked with Jeremy Jacquet, a young and highly rated centre-back. The defender is seen as a future-focused signing, someone who can develop under Arteta while adding depth to the squad. Arsenal are believed to be in early talks, but Chelsea are also monitoring the situation. In terms of price, Jacquet is valued at around £8 million to £12 million, making him a relatively affordable option compared to elite Premier League defenders. This is the type of smart, low-risk investment Arsenal have targeted in recent windows. Meanwhile, what's up, Gooners? Welcome back. Sit tight as we break down the latest Arsenal transfer buzz, Marc Guéhi's potential move, what's happening with Arda Güler, and the future of Oleksandr Zinchenko, prices included. Let's dive right in. Marc Guéhi, defensive target with a twist. First up, Marc Guéhi, the Crystal Palace captain and England centre-back, who has been linked with a move to Arsenal this window. There's been serious interest from across Europe. Manchester City, Liverpool, and even Bayern Munich have all been sniffing around for the 25-year-old. Arsenal have been monitoring his situation too, given their need for defensive reinforcement. But here's the price twist. Crystal Palace and potential suitors had been valuing him as high as around £35 to £40 million earlier in the window. However, with his contract expiring this summer, that asking price has dropped significantly. And Manchester City have reportedly agreed a £20 million deal, plus small add-ons, for him. So, for Arsenal fans wondering, while the Gunners were linked and interested, Guéhi's most likely destination now appears to be Manchester City at around £20 million. A bargain in market terms, but likely out of reach for a January swoop, given City's urgency to bolster a depleted backline. Switching gears to Arda Güler, the Real Madrid attacking midfielder who's been on Arsenal's radar for some time. Güler is widely regarded as one of the brightest young creative talents in Europe, capable of unlocking defences with his vision, dribbling and goal threat. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Real Madrid are not interested in selling him, and reports have placed his valuation at around €150 million, £130 million plus, if he were ever to leave the Bernabeu. That price tag reflects both his potential and Madrid's commitment to keeping him as part of their long-term project. While Arsenal admire Güler and could consider him for the future, a move this January seems unlikely, unless Real Madrid shock the market or a rare opportunity opens up. Finally, let's talk about Oleksandr Zinchenko, who's been a key player under Mikel Arteta since his arrival. However, his role has fluctuated, and he spent the current season on loan at Nottingham Forest. Recent reports suggest his loan has not gone smoothly, with limited playing time and complications around ending it early. On the pricing side, his market value has dipped slightly. Recent updates show his estimated value around €15 million, approximately £13 million, down from earlier in his arsenal. Zinchenko's contract is set to expire this summer, and Arsenal are expected to let him leave rather than integrate him back into the squad long-term. Offers could range around that valuation level, but it will depend on interest and whether clubs see value in his technical profile. Meanwhile, Arsenal are reportedly interested in a summer move for Newcastle United and England winger Anthony Gordon, as Mikel Arteta looks to add more pace, intensity and goal threat to his attack. Gordon, currently starring for Newcastle, has developed into one of the Premier League's most dangerous wide players. Known for his direct running, high pressing and work rate, the 25-year-old fits perfectly into Arteta's fast, aggressive system. Arsenal see Gordon as a player who can compete on both wings, offering strong competition for Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli, while also giving the squad more depth for a long title and Champions League campaign. However, Newcastle are under no pressure to sell. With Gordon under contract and playing a key role, the Magpies are expected to demand a big fee, potentially in the region of £60 to £70 million, especially if Arsenal make a serious approach in the summer window. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications for daily Arsenal transfer news. Let us know in the comments, which of these signings would you make first? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the meanwhile. The Premier League leaders, Arsenal, are getting ready for a big test this weekend. They're making the trip to the City Ground to face Nottingham Forest this Saturday, January 17th. And the training ground talk has been all about fitness and focus. Mikel Arteta's men are sitting 6 points clear at the top and are on an impressive 10-game unbeaten run across all competitions. The goal in training this week? Recovery, rotation, and making sure the squad maintains that winning mentality after tough wins against Portsmouth in the FA Cup and Chelsea in the EFL Cup semi-final first leg. The players were back at the Sober Realty Training Centre immediately, barely 48 hours after the Chelsea game, putting in the work to manage their physical demands ahead of another demanding fixture. Arteta's latest team news update now, for the part you've all been waiting for, the injury latest, straight from the boss, Mikel Arteta. He addressed the media ahead of the match, providing updates on several key players. The big question marks over two major players seem to have cleared up: William Saliba and Leandro Trossard. Great news here. Both players, who were doubts earlier in the week and missed the FA Cup tie, are expected to be available for selection against Forest. Saliba returned to full training this week, and Arteta confirmed a decision will be made on his involvement, but he is in contention. Trossard, despite a recent knock with Belgium, is also fit to feature. Piero Hincapié, Riccardo Calafiori, Christian Mosquera and Max Daumann. Unfortunately, these four remain sidelined. Arteta confirmed earlier in the week that Hincapié, groin, and Calafiori, muscle injury, are not available yet, and no clear timeline has been given for their returns, though Calafiori is expected back in the coming weeks. Mosquera and young Max Dauman are both recovering from ankle ligament injuries with similar timeframes and are still a few weeks away from returning to training. So while there are a few key defensive absences, the potential return of Saliba is a massive boost as Arsenal look to extend their lead at the top of the Premier League table. The team knows it will be a tough game at the City ground against a Forest side fighting relegation, so focus will be key.